Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grumman Pilot YouTube channel. And today we're going to talk about replacing a canopy window. Doesn't matter whether it's the left side or the right side, they're both the same, just on opposite sides of the canopy. So let's talk about what it's going to take to replace this window and have some fun. So we would like to ask you please subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notify to stay current with our content. Now I want to do a little housekeeping first. When you go to buy glass for your airplane, you have a choice of three colors. You have the green that we've been seeing since the 70s. Nothing wrong with the green. By the way, for each of these colors, you can also add UV. So there's a green and there's a green UV. Then there's clear and there's a clear UV. So there's 4 different windows you can have. So you can get any color you want. The clear, the green, or the gray, and then you can also get them with the UV additive. So there are 6 possible windshields you can get, and they have the appropriate prices that go with those windshields. So this is just a quick look at your solar gray, your green, and your clear windshield. Now, if you're replacing just one window, you're obviously going to match the color of the windows that you currently have in the airplane. And if you're going to be changing them all out, well then choose what you like best, because you're going to have them for quite a while. Now, as you see here in the video, that we're going to be replacing the plastic too. It's in bad shape, and the plastic is available from Plain Plastics, and the glass is available from LP Aero. Now, the plastic, left or right, to $166 a piece, and then here you can look at all the different options that we talked about for the 6 windows. Clear is $278, green is $335. Gray is $335. Then you add the UV, and you can see where the prices change from there. And let me also add that since last year, we've seen a tremendous increase in the price of the glass. A new solar gray UV windshield, 1/4 inch for the AA5 series aircraft, is now $1,700. That's just the windshield, and the side windows are $466 each. So you can see you can spend $3,000 on glass, and I'll just tell you right here that all the plastic will run you about $2,500 to get a full set for the interior. So there's a little bullet point to put on your list. So now we're going to go ahead and look at removing it. So you can see the plastic's in really bad shape. We want to get the hardware out that holds the bottom of the canopy side window in place. We're going to remove all of that, and then that way we can grab the window and we can wiggle it out, and that gets the old window out. You do have to remove the plastic, and since we are going to be doing both sides of the canopy, we're moving them both here today. But again, we're going to be replacing the glass, and this plastic does need to be replaced, but we're not going to be showing that video here. Now, when you go to prep the window, you pull back the little bear hide on both sides, and then we grab the foam strip, and this is the felt that comes from LP Aero and goes around the edge and helps it hold into the channel on the canopy nice and securely. Now, you start off by measuring out how much of that you need for one window, and then you, like this, you cut it in half so that you can go around the window. And then it's just a matter of taking some alcohol and making sure the outside edge of the window is good and clean. I tend to put my gap, I start at the bottom, go up the left side, across the top, down the right side, and back to the bottom, so that little gap that I leave in the felt is on the bottom of the window, so water can't come in from the top. But then it's just a matter of peeling back the tape on the felt, and then making sure that you're in the center of the felt on the window so that you have it where it covers the 1/4 inch thickness of the glass, the 1/8 inch thickness of the side window glass, and then you also have a bit to go on the front and a bit to go on the outside of the window as you go all the way around the window and create that line around it. And basically you're just putting a border on the window, and again, it's to slide into the channels on the canopy so that you have a good seal, your window doesn't rattle, and you don't get an air leak. And let me also say that when you're doing this, when you go to finally put it in, there's a lubrication that we use to help it slide into place, but we're going to talk about that in just a second. Now, as we're going to change all this window, we're going to change all the 1032 screws, the washers, and the nuts that are in the side. That metal strip on the bottom holds the canopy window in place. It also reinforces the bottom of the canopy and gives a good firm foundation for the canopy rails to attach to. So we're going to be changing all that hardware, and you have 12 of those assemblies on each side of the canopy. And let me tell you, you're looking at 24 of them, and you're only going to be spending about $4 to $5, and that's to buy all the hardware and clean everything up of the pieces that you have to bolt back on. So folks, it's not a whole lot of money, especially when you consider it. The window you're replacing is $466, a windshield is $1,700, but this hardware at $4 to $5 is a bargain. But while you're doing it, you might as well clean everything as part of our Clean As You Go program, and then replace the hardware so you're starting out fresh with good fasteners. So we hope you found that part interesting and useful. I do know people who reuse their hardware, but we try to reuse new hardware on 40-year-old airplanes. And here we go, putting the window back in, using some video from back in the day. Thank you, James, and thank you, Janice, for letting me use it.
We already have the felt on the window for these two sides where it has to slide into its capture. We're going to come back and we're going to soak them with silicone. And this will help them slide into their tracks. It makes installing the windows a lot easier. It's a very tight, close tolerance fit with this felt, and your giant felt keeps it from rattling. So we get the silicone all on it. And then it's a matter of putting the window in. Let's see how it goes. Got it in on that side. Gets this. And then you can walk the window down. Making sure to stay in the tracks. And then it gets a little tricky when it gets near the bottom, because you've got to get it into the bottom track. But that's just a matter of walking along it and getting it over the lip. It's all the way in now. And then just as a final measure, a few times you get to use a calibrated wattometer on your airplane. And then keep the window all the way in that bottom track. Not too bad. That window is now fully in the track, and we can go ahead and put the bottom piece on. So we've already shown putting the bottom piece on. So this is how a canopy window goes in. We hope you found this informative. Thanks for watching, and have a good day flying your Grumman.
Well, here you are. The little beauties are just having fun with my socks and aircraft spruce paper on the kitchen tile floor, and on a nice snowy day here in Ohio. So we thought we'd give you this little treat. Please enjoy their fun and shenanigans.